hope your actual presentation goes faster than
I have to. I'm sure it will.
Push ahead. 15 minutes left. One slide minute.
Yeah. Actually, this time we're going to skip past because of the document. This is simply a listing of the characteristics that was listed during round one. So I'm going to skip past these two.
A little bit of question about the method. Ken, in the step one, you select a number of document type.
Yes, 12 documents.
Right. And on the document type, all of the properties are there, like full name, gender, or something like that.
Yeah, the
Why we need
document,
to
I don't really discuss it in the presentation. I discuss it in the manuscript. But the 12 elements, the 12 different types of documents were actually developed in consultation with the experts. So in advance of starting the repertory with interviews, I spent a lot of time on the phone with 2 or 3 people from each organization saying, here's a list of different types of identity documents. What's missing? Does this represent all of the different types of documents that you look at? And I went through that process with about 15 or 16 people.
Right. But when you finalize the list of document type, seems that you have all of the information here, like full name, gender.
Well, some of them have it and some of them don't. Some have it and some don't.
Will you repeat your question? What is it?
The question is why we need the expert's knowledge to identify the list of attributes. Because like Ken say, he selects a list of document type first. Like for instance, credit card, passport. And we look at the passport, we see there's name, there's full name, there's date of birth, or so on. So we can identify the attribute, why we need expert's knowledge. We look at the document, we ourselves, the researcher, can identify the property, the attribute. So we only need the expert to help us to rate or to rank the attribute. Why we need effort in the first step?
To rank the document?
No, to find out, to generate the attribute.
To generate the list of characteristics, he's asking. Why would we need experts to generate that list of characteristics?
Because they don't necessarily attend to all of them. I mean,
look
at a typical EDI document, there can be 250 attributes, and you only look at
some are not dated out, like authentication.
Right, that's kind of an external.
That's not all in the document, it's more of a concept, the notion of authentication.
That's right.
Yeah, and also, for instance, the coded ID number, the fourth bullet down here, that wouldn't occur to me in the least. One of the facts that I learned is that a driver's license and certain other documents as well as a social security number, it's not just a number. There are actually structure and there's information in the numbers. Your driver's license, one of the numbers on there says whether you're male or female. And so an expert looking at that, if they look at it and the number says that this person should be a female but they're looking at a male, a red flag goes off. I mean, there's sex change operations and all of this.
Yeah.
And so on.
So we need the expert line to eliminate the list, to reduce the list.
Remember, we're focusing on what is it that makes identity documents credible. Some of the things that are on identity documents have nothing to do with making them credible. And if I'm not an expert, I won't know which of those characteristics.
Also watermarking, that kind of stuff.
Watermarking, watermarking, holograms,
Speaking of security, is that a one-way mirror?
Yes. This is a behavioral lab, and the observation room is on the other side.
We will observe.
Yeah, we should observe.
How far does that take some?
Not only are they being recorded on camera, we're being observed. And is there some microphones?
Sure. Don't complain about the university, about the dean.
Probably are, but maybe we have to talk to you, I don't know.
Spitzer didn't think about all these things, did he?
Well, and the thing is that some of these rules were, like, this was designed to be a behavioral lab. I don't know if the money ran out before they put in all of the equipment that they planned. There are lots of rooms where they didn't eventually do what they planned to do.
Note that this slide addresses the very conversation we had before. Is a credible document the opposite of a potentially fraudulent document? Well, yes, I guess so.
Yeah, these participants are in research, right?
So they think that it's an analytical definition. Wherever this expert is.
Good.
This particular one.
If I think the document is credible, then it means I don't think it's fraudulent, right? That's what this person is saying. Make sure that your position on that is clear.
Yeah, okay.
Move on.
Then I have
Results. Now we get the results.
Yeah. So I'm going to go very quickly through this. Essentially, this research contributes to the identity theft literature. It provides an objective analysis of expert perceptions of the risk factors that exist related to credibility in identity documents. None of the literature that I came across had applied this objective analysis in the arena of identity documents. So this is something we...
These are really contributions.
Yeah.
Not results.
Well,
It just seems like the results I'd expect to see, well, we found was blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, the result here is not,
I think you're...
it's not the result. It seems like potential application or indication.
okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. These three slides, these three results slides, they all,
These are all literature related.
none of them quote data.
Yeah, okay.
So
Um,
somehow you have an earlier section where you also talk contributions. So
yeah, and that's kind
you
of...
might consider that moving these things forward.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. How does that work? Definitions. You have slide 5 speaks of contribution.
It's, but
You
that's
could,
kind
you
of
could
a
change that
summary.
to broad contribution or general contribution.
Yeah.
And then you've got these others that are specific contributions.
Yeah, okay.
So the results become specific contributions.
Okay.
And I think then that they should be moved up next to that general contribution.
Sure, all right. So we cover these up front.
And then, starting with slide 20, this should be all, now we start to see some data coming out, so this should all be.
This is the data, and this is the data from round 2, from the first scenario.
We already saw results of round 1.
Yes, those are the 21 characteristics.
So
Which were,
maybe
results round 1 was,
21 characteristics. That was the wrong
Slide
slide.
14.
right?
14 and 15.
Label that results round 1.
Round 1.
14 and 15, okay.
That's 14 and 15.
Okay.
And now, then you go on to qualitative evidence, blah, blah.
And then this is
Then
round 2
you
results.
then you move 17, 18, and 19 up. So now, from slide 20, you have results round 2. Which continues in scenario, so 21, 22, 23 are all results of round 2. Right?
That's correct. And actually, I don't try to put all the results here. It would just be too much. So I
But label the slide so that
yes.
you can, I use a convention that if I'm continuing, so first I have results round 2, and the next time I repeat it, I go dot, 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 indicate that it's continuation. of
Okay.
something.
So what I do is I just show an example of the focus analysis output that I get, and I explain how that tree on the right is developed.